Good morning, beautiful people of Africa and beyond. My name is Abraham Minor Judah. It's a brand new Monday, and it's fresh like a morning from fire and full like promise, like a child's first day in school. You are tuning to the Psalm TV morning show, where your week starts smarter, brighter, and with just the right dose of heart and humor. Today ain't just any Monday. No. Today we celebrate the International Day of the African Child, a day not just of reflection, but of recognition and action. A day to honor the resilience, brilliance, and dreams of every African child walking barefoot to school, skipping rope under the sun, or daring to dream beyond the boundaries they were born into. As former South African President Nelson Mandela once said, there can be no keener revelation of society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Now let me tell you a short story to inspire you and maybe help your tea and toast this morning. Meet Bulus, a 12-year-old boy from somewhere around Kaduna, who built a hand-washing machine from discarded plastic bottles during the COVID-19 pandemic to keep his village safe. No grant, no NGO, just raw determination, creativity, and love for his people. That's the African child, born with genius, fueled by hope. So as we take on the week, remember, your future is not just something we prepare our children for. It's something that we must prepare through our children. Stay with us, because coming up next, we are going to explore the news. We're going to bring in stories from across Nigeria, from across the world. And trust me, you don't want to miss this ride. And my co-pilot on this ride is not a person than the Director of News and Public Affairs on Psalm TV, Mr. Radane Kukwen. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Abraham. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, Nigeria.
Yes, this is the Psalm TV morning show, and today is the African a day for African child.
Yes, I learned that the day came about to honor the children who came out to protest against apartheid in 1976, and they were massacred by the apartheid government. So it is a day that calls for resilience. It is a wake-up call for everyone that is celebrating this day to take into cognizance the need for us to take up fight against the social ills that has bedeviled our society, the corruption that is eating deep into the Nigerian society, the insecurity, and all those ills that is constituting harm to our lives as a people, as a nation, as communities. This day is a day for us to take that into cognizance, not for us to go and be massacred, just like those children were massacred, but to stand up and fight for the good cause that at the end of the day will place the children or the society in a better position tomorrow.
Oh, that's a good one. And it's a day that we'll also use it to remember our past as young children, the things we used to do, the climbing of trees, the skipping ropes, diving into the river, and all those little mischievous things we do while we were young.
Just yesterday evening, I overheard some little kids in the neighborhood where I stay doing this play. They call it Malanawa Chumkogi. So it took me down memory lane, and I remember how we used to do that during every break time in school. We form group of boys like that. We do Malanawa Chumkogi. You know, it's mathematical there, so it helps you to remember things like that. So,
there's this comedian I come across now on Facebook. I think he's from Plateau State, Sonny.
Yes.
He always brings back the memory of, there's always this child in the neighborhood.
Yes.
That is the most mischievous.
Very troublesome.
He's very troublesome. Easy going, but always falls into trouble. Very, very simple in his ways and the rest of it. And most of them live with old women.
You know, there's this belief among us I hold to that belief too, that anytime you allow your child, okay, your son stays with the grandmom.
Yeah.
I was scared that he will get spoiled because there's a way there's a way they pamper children. They don't they penalize them anytime to do things wrong. There's a way they treat them that they have this propensity of becoming spoiled child.
Yeah.
So Sonny is a very good
example
of such kids. He's projecting Plateau well. I saw in one of his kits where it's sitting traditional.
Yes, I saw that. He went there and warned him that he was going to be flogged.
Yes. And you know, that has a way of projecting the tribes and those communities.
And the advice given by the traditional ruler was spot on.
Yes.
Letting him know that if you do this again, the community will ensure you are disciplined. I think that's a good one. But the African child, the narrative of the African child, who the African child is already changing. Now the African child is no longer about going about with stones trying to kill a bear. Now the African child is about with a laptop, with a phone, doing some technology things. So things are changing, things are evolving.
Changing, and hardly will you find a child in the true sense of the child that we used to know in our days. Then you will see dirty kids. You understand? Okay. But this time you see some of us so kept, so clean. And I saw some going to school this morning. You will see a boy of maybe between 8 to 10 years is able to take care of his younger ones and guide him to school. Unlike in those days, if somebody that is above 10 years will still be described as a child. My immediate elder brother went to secondary school at 10 years, and the whole community came to explain to my mom how he's too young to be in JS1. But now you see people at 9 years in JS1, and they're actually doing well. So times have changed.
Yes, times have changed. The picture of the African child that used to be portrayed is no longer what it is. But well, I think the call on every parent, every adult, everyone to ensure that what you need to do in your position, in your capacity, to ensure that the child, not only the African child, but children all over the world are put in the right direction. And just like they're saying, something I read this morning, you say don't build the future for your children, build the future through your children. If you build the future through your children, they are part of the process. But if you just build a future for them, they may not be able to fit into that future.
I overheard it on the radio shortly before we came live. Somebody was discussing that we misplaced the priority when we say every child should be educated. And we forget the fact that every child should learn a trade.
We think education is just when you graduate as a
doctor, a lawyer,
a political scientist.
And you have a certificate. And there is no trade, any vocation that can help put food on the table. And according to that person on the radio, it is why we're here today. We have so much joblessness in the society that it has become some ill for us. Simply because we've not created the job, we always produce the people that will look for jobs. We've not produced people who will create jobs. And that is where we are today. So as we try to build our children, try to develop them to become who they are supposed to be in the future, let's remember to allow them start learning vocation early in life. As they are going to school, they should be learning 1 or 2 things that can help create jobs. Even when they graduate from school and become an adult and there is no job, they should be able to create jobs for themselves.
There's something that came to my mind over the weekend. There's this system of business that the people from the Southeast practice. They call it Unwa boy. They bring a boy from the young child. He learns the trade. And he grows. After some time, he's settled. This system has produced thousands of millionaires, thousands of businessmen. And it is one of the engine room of commerce in Nigeria. And I wonder why, to date, we've not been able to look at that system and inculcate it into the university system, into the primary school system. A system that it works. It works. I know a lot of young Igbo boys and girls, to an extent girls, that when we were young, I knew them as one boy.
Yes. Now they
are
Oga.
They are successful businessmen.
You are the one that mentioned this story on this platform some time ago of former Abia State governor was a University of Maiduguri student, something happened.
Yes. He went back
to land whatever it is he did and became a successful businessman. That at the end of the day, though education is good, it's not as if we're talking that education is not important. It is actually something that should go side by side.
Side by side.
But the way we sideline vocation, sideline some activities that can put food on the table in pursuance of, you see somebody's child will come back from school and wants to go and learn some trades. And you will see those kind of things being discouraged. I've seen a particular one where the parents say, this boy has been distracted. How can you come back from school instead of you to read your books? You're going to go and learn carpentry. No, you cannot do that. And at the end of the day, these people I'm talking about are in Jalingo here, though there's no need for me to start calling their names. At the end of the day, the one that is a carpenter now has a very decent life. And the one that is in school is still searching for a job.
He's still searching for a job. That is, that's what we can take on that issue now. If we want to discuss this, I don't think we'll have enough time today to do. Now, let us move to the paper. Let's start with The Guardian. The Guardian newspaper. So, on The Guardian, we have the story. Showore says no opposition, say PDP controls all 2027. That is the word from Showore. Then we also have Northeast delegate fights for Shettima's second term with Tinubu. That is another story on the Guardian. Then petrol price hike. Scarcity looms over Middle East tension. Tanker drivers strike. That is another story on the Guardian. While the major headline on the Guardian has it that Pope decries terrible massacre in Benue as Tinubu rallies security chiefs. It was a terrible story coming from the Benue State over the weekend. Let's say the Guardian has taken it from the angle of what the Pope said, head of the Catholic Church and sovereign of the Vatican City State, Pope Leo XIV yesterday referred to the weekend's attack in Benue as a terrible massacre, noting that around 200 people were killed with extreme cruelty. Thereafter, I pray that security, justice, and peace will prevail in Nigeria, a beloved country so affected by various forms of violence. Say on the night of the 13th and 14th in the town of Yelwata in the Guma Local Council in Benue State in Nigeria, a terrible massacre occurred in which around 200 people were killed with extreme cruelty. Most were internally displaced persons hosted by the local Catholic Church, the Pope said during the Sunday Angelus address at St. Peter's Square, Vatican City. That is how the story is. A very sad story coming from.
Benue is on the news again for a very bad report. We have been experiencing that for some months now, that unknown gunmen will just come, unleash terror on peace-loving citizens of Nigeria who are going about their legitimate business, kill them, and just disappear into thin air. Well, the call from the Pope is indicative of the fact that this cry has now reached international level, considering the caliber of the person of Pope Leo XIV. For Pope now to be talking about this is something that has drawn more attention to it. Whosoever is responsible, the president, normally it is him who will call on, and the governor of Benue State, security agencies, the community leaders will have to do more. The truth is that it has never gotten better for some time now. It keeps getting worse. Now 200 people were killed in a day. It's something that...
It's a war situation.
Honestly.
I ask myself, there's war in the Middle East, and the whole world is how many people have been killed in the Middle East. This is just Benue over the weekend. There were attacks in Plateau, 60-something people. During the week, there were several attacks in that axis. Well, the president renewed his directive following the latest wave of prison attack that resulted in numerous fatalities. On his orders, intelligence chief, police, and military personnel have arrived in the city to oversee security operation and restore calm. Now, my problem with this statement is the last time we had this discussion, the chief of army staff was supposed to relocate to Benue.
Chief of army staff.
Now, is this still in Benue?
Well,
you said something. You said he will come and leave,
Yes.
and these guys will
That
come
attack
back.
will continue. It's not as if we predicted it and it came to pass. But the truth is that we're following the trend. We're following the pattern. There is a way this thing has been occurring that it has happened. Now every attention will be drawn to that place. Our security will be beefed up, and so many things will come. And after some time, it will be relaxed. Then this attack will come again.
Or they move to another state.
Yes. Well, maybe while the attention is on Benue now, we'll go and start.
Last week they moved to Plateau.
So what I keep saying is that there is a need for this problem to be solved once and for all. People will say, we know who are sponsoring these people. It is politically motivated. It is this, it is that. At the end of the day, it is the innocent Nigerians that have been killed. You understand? Well, the truth is that this thing is getting out of hand. The president will keep saying, enough is enough, enough is enough. Well, we don't know whether some of these things are mere rhetorics. Until we see results, until we see results, we're taking these things with a pinch of salt.
There's this statement. There's a part of the president's statement that I want us to talk about, because I said this is the time for Governor Alia to act as a statesman and immediately lead the process of dialogue and reconciliation that will bring peace to Benue. Now, my question is this: who should the governor dialogue with?
That is it. That is it.
Oh, okay. As we have NIA, we have DSS, have they identified those that he would dialogue? Because as far as I know, there are level of insecurity that can be handled by a state governor. Forget the rhetorics of him being chief security officer, this and that. There's a level of insecurity that can be handled by the state government. That it gets to a point where it is beyond the powers
of the governor.
Whatever he does, there is nothing that a governor can do to stop this kind of attacks. He can support, but he cannot single-handedly stop the kind of attacks that is going to be. The reason why is this. This is not something that is limited to Benue alone. Kaduna, Benue, Plateau, Lamido. So it is not a Benue issue. It's a Benue. It is a nationwide, up to Kaduna, Zamfara, and the rest of it. Yes. Now you ask a question. And most of the time they say these are foreigners. They move across border. What is the national security architecture doing?
The problem, and I'm looking forward to the day where the president himself will sit on TV and explain to Nigerians that he has assurance that these people are not Nigerians. You understand? We're looking forward to a situation where the National Security Advisor will come and sit and say, okay, we have tangible evidence.
This is where they came from. This is where they left.
When we get to that point, then we will say we're going somewhere. Because sometimes we keep making blanket statements that are not actually giving us any result. We sit on TV, we discuss these things. At the end of the day, maybe we're not sure what is going to happen after.
Well, I find it strange that at this point the president is trying to pass the buck to the state government have a role to play. But at this point, with what is happening now, this is beyond.
It is a national thing. There is no need for the president to begin to say it is the role of the governor to act as a statesman. I think the whole thing should be on him now. For 200 people to die in a nation in a day, I think it's beyond what the governor should be able to handle.
Let us move to this paper. I want to look at one. I want us to connect this with another story on the First News. The First News paper. I just want us to connect the two stories, and then you will understand why Nigerians are not happy with the government or whosoever it is that is in charge. Let's just take some of the stories on the First News, then we'll hit on the story that is connected to Benue. So Benue massacre, Poplio condemns killings, pray for justice, prays for peace, justice. The Ogoni rejects Tinubu's pardon for Sarowiwa. We want exoneration, not forgiveness. And then Lagos moves to tame Lekki-Ekpe gridlock with e-call for trucks. Dangote start national petrol supply August 15 with credit bait. We have wanted bandit Aleru hold pissed up with army and locals. And Tinubu endorsement on chaotic at APC Northeast Summit over Shetima's snub. Then Trump warns of massive U.S. retaliation if Iran strikes. Nigeria medic lose UK job after inappropriate kiss. while the major airlines, it tears in yellow water. Very Dark Man emotionally ends Benue blockade. Now, why I'm worried about this is just look at this story. A potential bloodbath was narrowly averted in Makurdi on Sunday after popular activist and social media influencer Martins Ose, widely known as Very Dark Man, made a surprise intervention that calmed the growing storm of youth-led protests in Benue State. Thousands of angry youth have taken over the Wurkun roundabout, the main gateway between northern and southern Nigeria, in protest against renewed killing Yellow-Water Guma local government area. The protesters were armed with placards, tree branches, raw emotion, paralyzed traffic, and vowed not to leave until the state and federal government address the persistent violence that claimed the country's life. They chanted stop. Then they ignored pleas from the Benue State Police Commissioner, Ifeanyi Emenari. The Deputy Governor, Samuel Ode, demanded that only the government itself will be allowed to address them. And you know, at that point, I've been through Benue during crisis, and they've been through a lot. At that point, they refused the Deputy Governor, they refused the Commissioner of Police, they say it's the governor
wants to see.
And you know, tempers are high. But it took the intervention
of a Very Dark, what do you call it?
Of Martin Ose. I don't agree with many things he does. And I agree with a lot of things he does. But it is something worth commending that a young man,
yes,
on its own volition, without the support of government, took his time to go to Benue and was able single-handedly, well, let's say with the help of his friends,
yes,
all this, to calm such a situation. The reason why the Benue State is the link between the southeast and this part, the southeast and this part. That blockade
would have paralyzed so many.
But a single man, Martin Ose, Very Dark Man. Yeah. I'm not sure, except maybe with force, even the president can disperse that crowd, except maybe with force. This is something that is worthy of commendation.
He actually did well. We must commend him for that. And this shows how incapacitated government in Benue State and at the federal level is becoming day by day. If a sitting deputy governor will come to address a crowd that is enraged as a result of the failure of the government to protect people and lives and properties, and they now depend on individuals like Very Dark Man who will use their popularity and their goodwill among the people to disperse a crowd and let them understand that you are causing more harm to the society by blocking these roads than any good. Then the government will need to sit up because it shows that people are actually getting tired of them. There is this, is it apathy? How do I describe it? There's this disaffection between the people and the government. They don't consider them, they don't have any respect. The Commissioner of Police, normally he will come with full convoy of men with, but people were not scared of guns anymore. They were there, okay, we are already dying, so what do you want?
Where would they run to? Will they run into the hands of those bandits?
At least it's better off for them to be there. At least if the bandits come, the police will be able to fight. So somehow, a Very Dark Man did something that's actually good, and that thing he did is a wake-up call for the government of Benue State and the federal government to know that there is this growing disaffection from the people towards them.
Now, let me just read what the first news reported is. It said, even after police fired tear gas canisters to disperse the crowd, the protesters dug in, lighting bonfires and blocking New Otukpo Road and part of Abu King Shuluwa Road in defiance. But everything changed when Very Dark Man drove into the scene around midday. His arrival triggered loud cheers, with the crowd surging forward to welcome him like a messiah. Standing near the UBA junction, VDM addressed the tense crowd with raw emotion and clarity. He spoke of burnt children, scorched farmlands, and a community long abandoned by those in power. He said, before coming here, I saw things I've never seen before. Children burnt to ashes, food, homes, all destroyed. Now he went further while acknowledging the legitimacy of the protest. VDM urged restraints, warning that blocking roads and burning towns will only justify the state force and derail the message. He said, you are giving them a reason to shoot tear gas. Let us protest smartly. Use your phone. Use your voice. Don't block roads. Walk around peacefully. This is 2025. We must be wiser, he told the crowd. And he was able to control the crowd. This is leadership.
Honestly. Because the advice he gives were just real, they're practical. You're giving them reasons to shoot guns, you're giving them reasons to just shoot tear gas. That is putting you in harm's way. There's a way you can protest that you don't have to give these security agencies reasons to even shoot guns. So I think this is a smart way to go. If Nigerians should take this advice, we're getting smarter. There is a way this thing is going to end somewhere, someday. We believe we're optimistic people that well, let me not say better government is coming, so that I won't insinuate that this government is not doing well.
No, we need better government. It's not doing enough. We always need better.
You understand?
In every aspect, we need better.
I agree with you. So to a very large extent, there is this dissatisfaction that is growing among people in Benue, in Taraba, in the Lokoja, everywhere.
In Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi.
Dissatisfaction is growing. There is a need for Tinubu's government to sit up and stop doing all these rhetorics. Enough is enough. If enough is enough, we will know. We will see.
We will see. Enough is not yet enough. Let's go to the Punch. The Punch, while all that was going, Dangote launches nationwide fuel disruption and tanker blockade. Then Brent bounce, Nigeria crude hit $77 as Israel-Iran tension boil. Now this, Mr.
Yes.
They say one man's downfall maybe. For some weeks now, we've been talking about, for some months, the fall in price of crude.
Yes.
Which has affected
so many things. The Nigerian budget.
Only for me to look at the headline this today, and it has moved to $77, and we were projecting 75.
Yes.
It went to as low as 60
something.
60 something.
65 or something.
65.
Yeah.
Now it's back to 77 because of the Israel-Iran war.
Yeah.
Now I can see you smiling. Should you be smiling?
Well,
are you not making gains from war?
Well.
The smile on your face tells you though.
The truth is that some of these things will happen. Just take advantage of every situation. That is the key thing. We having our hands full already.
Okay.
So if this thing is going to give us the financial fortunes that we need to check the insurgency that has bedeviled Nigeria as a nation, then so be it. One way or the other, bad things will happen. It's just for you to be smart enough to take advantage of every situation that is available. I think that's what Nigeria should do as a nation. The leadership, we need to take advantage of the $77
per barrel.
And at the end of the day, so that it doesn't just go down the drain as a result of corruption, as a result of mismanagement, as a result of rhetorics that we are used to hearing as a nation. Let's take advantage of this, fix our security architecture, fix our economy, and at the end of the day, let it be that we're better off for it.
But I have mixed feelings for this. My reactions are mixed.
Okay.
I'm expecting a rise in cost of petroleum in the next few days, next few weeks. Well, because now, it's not deregulated. Market forces determine. Now the market forces, when it crashed down, we had lower prices for PMS. We buy as low as 8 something, 970, 40, 50, depending on the gas station you're buying for. Now that it has gone to 77, we may see, now Nigerians, we may see a rise in the cost of the petroleum products again. But that is what it is. We just have to live with it.
That is the way it is. Just like I said earlier, people should live a life such that you are prepared for some of these unforeseen circumstances.
Well, why did the major alliance say 2027, Tinubu-Shettima alliance under fire, reap difference in APC about 27 power formula, NASCAR calls back Shettima governor split. That is the story on the Punch. So while Benue was burning, the APC was also burning in Gombe. The story from the Punch has it that while, despite the 2027 election being 2 years away, an alleged plot to drop Vice President Kashim Shettima as President Bola Tinubu's running mate in the poll had divided the All Progressive Congress. A meeting held by the APC Northeast stakeholders in Gombe State on Sunday ended in a fracas as supporters of the Vice President attacked the party's zonal Vice Chairman Mustapha Saliu. An angry member was seen in a viral video hitting Saliu with a chair as he scampered away to escape the wrath of party faithful. Another delegate also threw a black plastic bucket at him. The gathering, which was held at the International Conference Center at Gombe, was originally convened to reaffirm support for President Tinubu's second term. However, the meeting spiraled into violence when some key party leaders failed to acknowledge Shettima as part of the proposed 2027 joint ticket. Trouble began shortly after the APC national chairman, Saliu, ended his speech without mentioning Shettima as Tinubu's running mate. That is one. He said, we have no business of supporting the party with all the juicy appointment responsibility to us by government. Okay, following his failure to acknowledge the vice president, the annoyed delegates began to chant Shettima in protest as agreed supporters physically confront Saliu on the stage. So these are some of the issues that occurred over the weekend. However, despite efforts by the party leaders to douse the tension, the situation worsened when APC National Chairman Abdullahi Ganduje also avoided explicitly confirming Shettima as Tinubu's running mate in his closing remarks. Now, that is what is happening in the APC.
You know, this is politics now. The time for politics is here, and what do you expect? We'll keep seeing some of these things until elections are done and dusted in 2027. The times are here. The only problem I have with that meeting is the violence that ensued, which we cannot endorse violence. No matter how you disagree with somebody, you don't have to generate to the level where you're trying to draw. Yes, because that can hurt him, that can end his life. We already have our hands full. We have too many things killing us for us. Killing ourselves during party convention. We can disagree. They may have the right to say, okay, we don't want Shettima again, which is very unlikely. I look for, well, I'm not an APC member, but I think Shettima will still be there, considering the fact that he has not fallen out with his principal. If there is some disagreement between Tinubu and Shettima, then we should be looking at maybe Tinubu dropping him. But considering that they have very good relationship, at least what we saw, what we're seeing on TV, the optics, we have not shown us that they're having one or two disagreements. So whosoever wants Shettima out, maybe I think it's an effort in futility. They can exercise that right. Yeah. You know, at times some of these things are just a ploy to draw attention.
Yeah, sometimes.
You understand? At times it's just a ploy to draw attention. Maybe you just want, this group is looking forward to Shettima somehow recognizing them and giving them a due recompense politically. So, the Punch, I say, a reliable source gave them a brief of the zonal meeting from a reliable source, according to the Punch. So the governor of Gombe was not in support of the joint ticket, but could not summon the courage to openly oppose it as the host. But Honorable Usman Kumo, Chief Whip of the House, a member representing Kumo Federal Council from Gombe, endorsed the ticket on behalf of the Northeast House of Rep Caucus. So the Northeast House of Rep Caucus endorsed Shettima, Tinubu Shettima. Senator Enti Mungonu, Chief Whip of the Senate, representing Borno North, endorsed the joint ticket on behalf of the Senate from the Northeast. So even the Senate caucus endorsed the joint ticket. While Honorable Ali Bukar Dalo, the Deputy National Chairman North, spoke on behalf of other national working committees from the Northeast. And they say it is pertinent to mention that it was only Comrade Mustapha Saliu that spoke against the ticket, while the 4 members of the NYC from the Northeast have all supported the joint ticket. Okay. So those NWC members who support the joint ticket are Dalori, Mohammed Kumo, Zainab Ibrahim. We have Mohammed Kumo, Deputy Financial Secretary from Gombe State, Zainab Ibrahim, Deputy Women Leader of Taraba State, and Abubakar Mekaifi, National Auditor of Bauchi State. So we have 4 out of 5 endorsing him. So I think it is not as deep as we may think, but I know there are a lot of intrigues going on within the APC. Yeah, to refute that assertion that the Gombe governor was not in support or has not endorsed, there's this part of the report and said before they carry out the government of the 3 APC-controlled states in Northeast, May Malabuni of Yobe, Babagana Zulum, Borno, and host Muhammad Yahya Gombe had all endorsed Tinubu Shetima ticket for 2027 polls in their separate speeches.
Okay, well, that is what it is.
Look at it. Yahya said, the Northeast is fully behind the president and the vice president. Their leadership has brought renewed hope to this region. So, from his mouth, he said he has endorsed them. So, well, let's see, just like I said, some of this may just be politics.
Yes.
They want to test loyalty. It can be another test of loyalty. He wants to see who he can set up some people. Okay, go ahead and see.
And it may just be people fighting for their own side. Somebody may be interested in from that. That is somebody from the north east or the north central or the north.
You see, the truth is that if Tinubu now say, okay, well, I want you, the 3 governors from the northeast, to go and decide for me between you.
That's where another war. That's where another war.
You'll be surprised, all of them will indicate interest.
That is politicians for you. So, well, whatever it is, it's a problem. The president said it amuses him when he sees opposition in disarray. So maybe the opposition too will be to amuse them that they are also in disarray. So let them put their house in order. Nigerians are not bothered about this internal fighting. What we're worried about is the dividends of democracy.
That is the truth.
The people, I was happy that this, what was going on in Benue was going on, and those who are able-bodied men that has power to throw chairs cannot go and join the army to fight against these bandits.
That is one of those things.
Well, I think that is all we can take on to this segment of the morning show on Sun TV on this Monday, Africa, the day of the African child. I will go for a short break. When we return, it will be turn of Mala Esther Oka-Stephen for the Pidgin segment of the morning show. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and GSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic websites and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Taraba Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464, or 090-10-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Taraba Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo Branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing Branch, Zenith Bank Agent, beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo Branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing Branch, Zenith Bank Agent, beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559.
This digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Taraba Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic website and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Taraba Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464, or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Taraba Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Amarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
My country people, I dey throw a salute to una this morning, and I dey welcome una to the pidgin section of our morning show. As this na section where we dey knack una tori concerning matter where they happen for inside the country, even to serve our community and our society. My name na Esther Oka Stephen, and with me this morning na one correct guest in person of Madam Lillian Yakubu. Auntie, thank you for joining me this morning.
Good morning, ma.
Okay, oh my country people, as una can see, I don't get correct guests wey go follow me touch light matter with una this morning. But meanwhile, make una draw una cushy nose because of say una go follow me touch light matter on Facebook. Even yourself be there for YouTube at Some TV Live, my country people. Oh. Okay, on to society matter. Now me want take begin this morning. So my country people, so make una sit down as the story one begins now this morning. Okay, oh, something don't come happen for inside our community this weekend, my country people. Now say, who I get to share out with if no be una will be my correct people, country people. Okay, something happen sake of say hardship. We sabi say hardship is too much for inside the country. Even to say during those our time, our parents' time, our olden days parents' time, we sabi say would they be 12 for house. Una sabi say somebody mama go born just 5 children, auntie go come day, uncle go come day, relations for village, all of them they go come boku for house, so the house go plenty. But with the way hardship don't come bring our country situation now, take the hit everybody. Somebody self to even accommodate in own in-law for house self, if they give a tough time now, my country people. Now that story I won't take carry knack una this morning sake of say one newly wedded couple when e be say dem just marry. This man come talk say make him brother come follow them stay because of say the wife too bring him own sister. He come say okay, things too hard for him papa side them. Say make him own brother come here, come follow them the school, my country people. Now from there, this year Maria, she begin to wear long face. You know, just like this man brother at all. But meanwhile, this brother he like her own sister. He dey treat her own sister very well, but she no dey treat this man, his own brother, very well. She come dey look and dey talk, say if the boy chop food, he go say say the boy dey finish food for house. The boy do this one, drive motor, he go say the boy dey finish the husband fuel. So she dey look for me strategies when he be say she go take pursue this guy comot for house. Now one day, as this man comot to go work, travel, after 2 days when this man dey come back, you know wetin this woman do? This woman come when he see say the husband don blow on forget it.